It's the South Mountains Family Campground.
Yeah, it is.
Our home for the weekend.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Peaceful and quiet.
So, I thought that I was going to die this morning. And there is this massive wolf spider. That thing had to have spanned larger than the palm of my hand. That was scary. This is our first meal using the griddle that you see there on the left and our campfire stove. Also, the potatoes were cooked on the campfire stove with the coffee, and then the eggs and bacon were cooked on the griddle, and it's so good.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, good morning, everyone. So we're still deciding if we're gonna do the High Shoals Fall Trail. Not the one we did the other day. I think it has a different name than that. There's another sign up ahead. Or the Hemlock Trail to the Chestnut Knob Overlook. We shall see.
But to the Chestnut Knob Overlook is almost 3 miles.
Yeah.
And it's strenuous.
Strenuous. But it's got an overlook elevation of, what was it, 2,000?
Almost 2,300 feet.
Yeah, almost 2,300 feet. All right, so here are the trails that we're going to choose from. And that's the distance to get to either the trailhead or to the falls itself. But we did the falls the other day. Chestnut Knob? Okay. All right, so here is the sign. Chestnut Knob Trail. We gotta go right. So it would be the Jacob Fork River Gorge Overlook. No, the Chestnut Knob Overlook. That's 2.3 miles. Hey, it looks like we'll have the ability to choose between overlooks, depending on how we feel.
Yeah.
Coming off of both having hip replacements and working on, getting our health and everything back in shape, we're trying to be smart and not pushing ourselves harder than we know our bodies can handle. And I think that's smart.
Yeah. We're going to push it a little bit past that, but not much, or we're going to hurt ourselves.
Right. Well, when I say harder than the bodies can handle, I'm talking about when I'm on my knees gasping for air. That's when I know I need to stop and turn around.
They say this is a strenuous trail all the way. 2.3 miles of get you some of that. So normally what this is how a bear, he'll rip off the bark and he's eating grub worms out of here. There's piles of it right here. So I don't know if that's what that one is, but that's what it looks like. As you can tell, that's definite scratch and tears.
And there are black bear here.
Yeah.
Signs everywhere. This camera doesn't do it justice. It is so far downhill there. And those rocks above you are so high up. But you can't tell. See that tall tree? I'm literally halfway up that thing where I'm standing. Yeah, it is beautiful. The black bear's probably up there somewhere. In a den somewhere. Don't be a loser. I can't believe people would do this. Just put it in your pocket. Put it in your backpack. Carry the thing. Don't throw it down. My goodness. Way out there. Right there is the waterfall that we hiked up to the other day. Wow. Wow, this is beautiful. I love pine trees. I don't like the spiders that live in them, but I love pine trees. This hill has been, or should I say, this trail has been all uphill. This is one of the flatter spots. We've only gone 2.5 miles uphill, but it literally feels like we've been over 5 miles uphill. So we've gone about 2.95 miles, almost 3 miles from the campsite where we started. And the sign said Chestnut Knob Overlook this way. Now, you might be thinking, okay, 3 miles, whoop-de-doo. It was straight uphill. So,
through rocks and switchbacks and all kind of mess.
Yeah, and steps made out of rock and also wood. Straight up. So, come to South Mountains, hike the Chestnut Knob Overlook Trail, and then you tell me what you think, because it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a great, great workout. But being that we are both coming off of total hip replacements, we are so proud of being able to do a trail like this. It's incredible. Back a ways, I said to Scott, this should actually be called Sike Mountain, because so many times we saw ahead where it looked like it was going to be clear on the other side of the trees, just like here. We got to that point and the trail turned or went down a hill and then went up another hill. It's like the trail kept saying, Sike, you thought you were there, but apparently here we are. Finally. I've wanted to see this for so long. You know, if the camera could only see what I'm seeing right now, it does not do it justice. Not at all. I just hope when we look back at it, at the footage, that we can actually see what it looks like here. See, I told you, Sike Mountain. The sign said overlook, pointed this way, but no.
Look at this.
If this camera looks like flat land, we are 2,000 and what?
2,991.
Feet elevation.
Straight down.
And I will reiterate, don't be a jerk. Doesn't that just burn you up?
Yeah, it does.
People have no respect for nature.
Beautiful creations, you might throw trash down.
Yeah.
Don't do this if they get it. Honey, be careful.
Did you hear that?
I heard. I've been hearing it.
And that smell.
Yeah, we just passed that place where that bear's den was. But if he's here, and he comes, if he sees us, you just stand still and don't move. He comes toward us. Do not run. I'll give you my backpack. You leave yours on the front, on the back. Put mine on your front, and I'll just get behind me. Okay. But just be careful and just keep your eyes open.
You've had experience with bear, but I don't want to see it.
No. Well, it'll be all right to see, because most time they ain't gonna bother us. But we just keep your eyes open.
Okay. What if he's the 25th bear?
Then we're in trouble. I mean, we just, you know.
But you know, we saw those wild boar tracks, and I really don't want to encounter one of those.
No, just get to the highest place. Bear can climb trees. Boar can't climb trees.
Okay. Sounds good. So my Fitbit is telling me we have gone 5.5 miles so far. Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. Strenuous. Yeah, I'd say.
Trail's awesome, Aunt Bay. Yeah. Give me a little shove. There we go.
So it was 2.3 miles to the overlook. But what did it feel like to you?
23.3 miles.
It really did.
No, that was a good trail.
It was a good trail. You know what was funny is that when we were going up that very first set of steps that we went up, and you were like, look, that's where we're going. And we like far surpassed that area by the time we got to the top. In fact, the highest mountain we could see down here was they were all below us.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So we made it back from the trail. It was about, how many miles? 6.4 miles, 17,500 steps approximately, give or take a few steps. And it feels so good to be back, sitting down. I know we don't drink a lot of soda, but we got ourselves the Coca-Cola, ice cold.
Yeah.
And Scott said, this is so good, it feels like we could do it again. I'm like, you want to? And he's like, I can't even be funny around you. So if you're here and you want a really good workout, that Chestnut Knob Overlook Trail is fantastic.
And it's beautiful.
And yeah, and it's beautiful. And take it from the campground, the family campground area. Don't go down to the main parking lot. I mean, you can, but you'll miss out on a really nice little hike to that area from the campground.